Hello, you're watching Hornbill TV's Prime Time, and now the headlines. Israel's UN ambassador Danny Danon issued a stern warning to Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi militants to cease missile attacks on Israel, cautioning that they risk the same miserable fate as Hamas and Hezbollah. The final hours of 2024 saw Kangpokpi descending into turmoil as the Committee on Tribal Unity declared an indefinite economic blockade along National Highway 2, paralyzing the vital lifeline connecting the region to the rest of the country. Congress leader Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa on Tuesday launched a scathing attack on the Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal, accusing him of talking very politely and then deceiving people. Candidates of the 78th Integrated Combined Competitive Examinations conducted by the Bihar Public Service Commission have appealed to the Chief Minister Nitish Kumar to review the evidence and address their concerns. And now the news in detail. Israel's UN ambassador Danny Danon issued a stern warning to Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi militants to cease missile attacks on Israel, cautioning that they risk the same miserable fate as Hamas and Hezbollah. He stressed on Israel's capability to strike any target in the Middle East, including within Iran, and declared that attacks by Iranian proxies would not be tolerated. Danon told the UN Security Council, "This is not a threat, it is a promise. You will share the same fate as those who sought to destroy us." His comments follow recent Houthi drone and missile attacks launched in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. Israeli strikes on multiple Houthi-linked targets in Yemen last week prompted sharp criticism from Russia, which condemned the attacks as disproportional. However, Israel maintains its right to defend its citizens and infrastructure.
Let me make one thing absolutely clear. We have had enough. Israel will not stand by, waiting for the world to act. We will defend our citizens, no matter how far the threat. For those who remain silent when our schools and playgrounds are attacked, do not call for de-escalation when we respond. Do not equate those who launch missiles to murder with those who protect their people. And also, we will not expect much from the UN, but the calls for restraint will not be accepted. Israel will defend its people. If 2,000 kilometers is not enough to separate our children from the terror, let me assure you, it will not be enough to protect their terror from our strengths. And for conclusion, I'm saying to the leadership of the Houthis, I have a message for you today. Perhaps you have not been paying attention to the lessons of this past year. Let me remind you what happened to Hamas, to Hezbollah, to Assad, and to all those who sought to destroy us. This is not a threat. It is a promise. You will share the same miserable fate.
The final hours of 2024 saw Kangpokpi descending into turmoil as the Committee on Tribal Unity declared an indefinite economic blockade along National Highway 2, paralyzing the vital lifeline connecting the region to the rest of the country. The decision came after the government failed to meet COTU's deadline to withdraw central forces from Saibol, escalating tensions to a boiling point. At 4 p.m. on December 31st, the blockade took effect, halting all commercial traffic on NH2. A critical route for transporting goods, medical supplies and essential services across the region. The highway's closure will have severe economic and logistical consequences, disrupting daily business operations and essential services that countless communities depend on. COTU's ultimatum issued earlier in the day was to remove the central forces occupying Saibol village. The indefinite blockade is seen as a direct response to the government's failure to heed to COTU's demands for accountability and justice. The highway's closure was not just a logistical move, but a powerful statement against the violation of human rights and the oppression faced by the Kuki-Zo community, the statement added. In a powerful outcry, various Kuki women's organizations have condemned the Central Armed Police Forces for the brutal assault on innocent women in Saibol, Twichin, Lungtin, subdivision, Kangpokpi district on December 31, 2024. The Kuki Women Organization for Human Rights described the actions of the CAPF as an unjustified attack on peaceful protesters who were demanding an end to escalating violence against their community.
As per the ultimatum served till 4 p.m., we unfortunately are unable to come to an amicable solution with the concerned authority for the removal of CAPF which are deployed from Imphal. Kotu, unfortunately, are forced to announce and impose indefinite economic blockade in National Highway 2.
Several women from the Kuki community were reportedly injured after a major confrontation with security forces at Saibol area of Kangpokpi district on Tuesday. The women folks were protesting against the security forces deployment in the area where recent gunfight took place. A large number of women from various villages came out and attempted to obstruct the operations of the joint security forces, including the BSF and CRPF. The incident followed a successful security operation on December 29, where Indian Army, CRPF and BSF personnel flushed out armed men and seized their bunkers. The security forces launched the operation to curb escalating violence in the region, particularly after recent violence in the areas. After securing the area, the forces established a presence in the Uyok Hills to maintain peace and ensure the safety of both hill and valley communities. However, this move was met with resistance from local villagers. Women from Saibol and other parts of Kangpokpi district began climbing the hills to disrupt the security forces' operations. The blocked access hindering their movement. In a previous incident, a group of women even entered a security forces post demanding their withdrawal from the area. The situation further deteriorated as the number of protesting women increased. Facing intense interference, the security forces were reportedly compelled to deploy tear gas and smoke bombs to disperse the crowd. Currently, tensions remain high, with ongoing confrontation between villagers and security forces. The villagers are demanding that the bunkers previously occupied by armed miscreants remain untouched. However, it cannot be confirmed how many women protesters sustained injuries. A 48-hour battle to save the life of an injured wild elephant came to a tragic end on Monday night as veterinary doctors confirmed the animal's death. The adult male elephant, estimated to be around 35 years old, succumbed to severe injuries sustained after being struck by a train that allegedly exceeded the speed limit in the state's largest elephant corridor. The accident, which occurred in the Khowai district, led to the deployment of a team of 4 veterinary experts, including a specialist from the Sipahi Jala Wildlife Sanctuary, to provide medical care and conduct a post-mortem examination. Despite their best efforts, the elephant could not be saved. The elephant suffered critical injuries to its hindquarters, which eventually proved fatal, said Khowai District Forest Officer Akshay Bhodre. Following the post-mortem, the Forest Department, with assistance from local volunteers, arranged a special farewell ritual for the tusker. The burial process, conducted in accordance with the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change's guidelines, began on Tuesday evening. When asked about accountability for the incident, Bhodre stated a complaint has been lodged with the local government, railway, police station. Additionally, an all-stakeholders meeting will be held at the end of the week, where railway officials will also be invited. Discussions will include measures to prevent such incidents in the future, such as constructing railway underpasses to ensure safe animal crossings. The tragic incident has reignited concerns about infrastructure and safety measures in wildlife corridors, emphasizing the need for stronger collaboration between authorities to safeguard the region's wildlife.
Actually, this tusker wild male elephant was died yesterday because of severely injured because of train accident happened on 20th December, and now today we are doing the post-mortem of elephant, and after that post-mortem we will buried into the on-site with the help of our local staff, and this is as per the procedure given by the Ministry of Environment and Forest. Sir, from Forest Department, actually this is elephant corridor, and whatever we have around 20 elephants in Khowai district, and they are mostly in Teliamura subdivision, and in between this reserve forest there is a railway line, and because of that this forest is means there are 2 parts and there are no underpasses in this area, So we will give the proposal to the railways also for construction of underpasses at 2 to 3 locations, and immediately we can do like railways, they can reduce this speed of train while going from here this stretch. We have already written a letter to the railway authorities regarding this, and within next week we will conduct one meeting also with all stakeholders, and we will discuss whatever the possible solutions that we can do to reduce this railway accidents in future.
Sir, is there any complaint lodged regarding this incident so far?
Yesterday we lodged an FIR in this government railway police department from our side, and we will take a follow-up action also. No, just we have conducted in the last month itself, and that data we have submitted to the Ministry of Environment, Project Elephant Department, and they will actually disclose this information in near future.
A team from Vantara was also supposed to come, we heard. Is that,
actually yesterday, because we have very limited resources to treat such injured animal with our available resources, so yesterday we called this Vantara organization to come here, and they also agreed, and today afternoon actually they supposed to come here, but because of this incident in last night, we got the information that elephant is expired. So after that we contacted them again that there is no now need to come here because this elephant is expired.
Congress leader Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa on Tuesday launched a scathing attack on the Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal, accusing him of talking very politely and then deceiving people. Randhawa also accused the Aam Aadmi Party and its chief Arvind Kejriwal of failing to fulfill their promises to women in Punjab. Randhawa also said that the residents of Delhi deserve a chief minister who works for them, not one who misleads them. The people of Delhi will defeat Kejriwal. Delhi does not want a liar CM, it wants a working CM, Randhawa added.
नहीं, मेरी एक बात सुन लीजिए। इन्होंने कहा था वहाँ पंजाब में कि हम 1000 रुपया देंगे, वहाँ तो दे नहीं सके 3 साल में, तो इसमें क्या करेंगे? वहाँ उन्होंने कहा कि हमारी जो आम आदमी क्लिनिक है, सभी क्लिनिक से इनकी बंद है, कहीं डॉक्टर नहीं है, कहीं वहाँ नहीं हो रहे टेस्ट, नहीं हो रहे, कहाँ के वो इनका जो जुमलेबाजी इन्होंने की थी। तो मेरे ख्याल में कि अगर केजरीवाल साहब सिंसियर हैं, इनको इमीडिएटली इन बातों को इम्प्लीमेंट कर देना चाहिए। 2100 रुपया महिलाओं की जेब में चला जाना चाहिए। अभी फार्म भरेंगे जी, फिर हम स्क्रूटनी करेंगे जी, फिर जब सरकार बनेगी उसके बाद करेंगे जी। ये इनका स्टाइल है केजरीवाल साहब का, और ये बहुत मियाँ मिठू और बहुत शरीफ से होकर बात करते हैं, और उसके बाद लोगों को धोखा। और जैसे पंजाब में इन्होंने कहा था कि हम बेदबी की जो गुरु ग्रंथ साहब की सेकुलराइज हुआ था उसका हम 24 घंटे में करेंगे, आज उन्होंने वहाँ कुछ नहीं किया। और इनका ही एमएलए ये कह रहा है कि पंजाब के लोगों के साथ धोखा किया इन लोगों ने। दूसरी इन्होंने कहा था कि हम पंजाब में कि हमारी ट्रांसपेरेंट सरकार होगी। यार जहाँ लिकर स्कैम हो गया वहाँ हो गया, ये किस ईमानदारी की बातें करते हैं? ये सबसे बड़े बेईमान हैं और ईमानदारी की बातें कर रहे हैं। जो चीफ मिनिस्टर जेल में रहकर आ जाए, जो ईडी के साथ ईडी ने वहाँ इनके मंत्री रहे हों, इनका दूसरे डिप्टी सीएम रहा हो, तो वो आज ईमानदारी की बात करें तो मेरा ख्याल है कि अच्छी नहीं लगती। इनको थोड़ा सोचना चाहिए। और मैं दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटियों की अपील करता हूँ कि याद करो शीला दीक्षित को, उसकी डेवलपमेंट को, उसके काम को, उनके जो 15 साल का राज था उसका। दिल्ली में कहीं ऐसा नहीं था, हर तरफ दिल्ली की डेवलपमेंट चल रही थी। जब से वो गए हैं, केजरीवाल साहब आए हैं, दिल्ली की डेवलपमेंट का कबाड़ा हो गया और डेवलपमेंट पूरी की पूरी रोक दी गई। ये आप कहते हैं कि दिल्ली का गवर्नर जो है लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर, उस टाइम भी तो लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर थे। यार ठीक काम करो, कौन रोकेगा? कौन कहेगा मैं नई सरकार काम नहीं करने दूंगा? ये केजरीवाल साहब जो दिल्ली के लोग हैं इनको समझ गए हैं, अब इसको हराएंगे। तो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया, उनको दीक्षित साहब को इनके सामने खड़ा किया और इलेक्शन लड़ने के लिए कहा। और मेरे को लग रहा है कि शीला दीक्षित जी को याद करते हुए उनके बेटे को ये लोग जिताएंगे, और वही दिलीप जो उनके टाइम मेट्रो आई और फ्लाईओवर बने, जहाँ फ्लाईओवर रह गया वहीं खड़ा है, वो आप 15 साल से देख लो। जो जहाँ तक वो शीला दीक्षित लेकर गई ये मेट्रो वहीं के वहीं रह गई, उसके आगे 1 किलोमीटर नहीं बढ़ा सका। तो देश की राजधानी है, इसको तो झूठा चीफ मिनिस्टर नहीं चाहिए, एक ईमानदार और एक सच्चा और काम करने वाला, जुमलेबाज में चीफ मिनिस्टर नहीं, काम करने वाला चीफ मिनिस्टर चाहिए।
A person was apprehended at Houthis in Assam's Silchar on the New Year's Eve after heroin was found from his possession. The arrested person, identified as Lalmonsom Vaipe of Lakhipur sub-district, Kachar, has been apprehended while he was coming from Jirigad by an auto. During search of the vehicle, 13 soap cases containing heroin were found in his possession. The seized narcotic substances weighed about 153 grams and was sealed in the presence of the independent witnesses. Further investigation into this matter is on, informed SP Kachar Numal Mahata. Manipur CLP leader Obi on Tuesday stated that it was the end of calendar year and yet the assembly has not been convened. He also said to discuss, resolve issues or to find solution. The assembly session is required in Manipur and cannot be discussed by hanging out. CLP leader Ibobi at a press conference held at Congress Bhavan expressed frustration over handling prolonged crisis of Manipur. He highlighted that the Congress party repeatedly appealed to convene a state assembly session to address critical issues affecting Manipur, which is the only appropriate platform to discuss and find solutions of the ongoing crisis. Responding to the law minister's justification for not summoning the assembly, Ibobi said, by refraining from delving into constitution, the need of the hour is to take up an assembly session, he added.
Fresh briefing is regarding summoning of winter session. We have submitted one memorandum to the Honorable Governor, copy to Honorable Chief Minister, copy to Honorable Speaker for summoning of winter session for this current calendar year. Yes, we know we are not based only on constitution, but constitution also there is no bar. In the constitution there is clear provision is there under Article 208. Based on that Article 208, state government, that is state assembly, has framed the rule of procedure and conduct of business. We can summon for third term for this current year, third session of the winter session. So we appeal to them for summoning of this winter session for discussion of various issues in the state of Manipur, more particularly prevailing law and order situation in the state of Manipur, which has started since May 3rd, 2023. We are not based only on constitution, but in a democratic country, in a democratic state, where is appropriate forum? Appropriate forum is assembly. Assembly is the highest policy decision institution. So please come on and let us have a thorough discussion about this present situation in the state of Manipur. Whether if need we can take resolution for approaching to the union government. So number of times we appeal to the state government, please let us meet the Honorable Prime Minister if necessary. Let us meet the Honorable Prime Minister. Please help us how to resolve this present crisis in the state of Manipur. For this, unfortunately, for this current calendar year, today is the last day. So we have missed this chance. That's why this is unfortunate. That's why we are briefing regarding this.
Also, sir.
Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh on Tuesday accused the Congress of indulging in politics in his apology to the people of the state over the ethnic violence and asserted that his statement was a sincere act of expressing grief for the citizens who have been displaced and have become homeless. He also alleged that Manipur was in turmoil because of the past sins committed by the Congress. Earlier in the day, Singh apologized for the ethnic conflict in Manipur, which claimed over 250 lives and rendered thousands homeless since May 2023, appealing to all communities to forget and forgive past mistakes and live together in a peaceful and prosperous state. The Congress asked why can't Prime Minister Narendra Modi go there and do the same even though he travels across the country and the world. In a post on X, Congress General Secretary Jairam Ramesh said the people of Manipur cannot understand their neglect by the Prime Minister, whom he accused of deliberately avoiding a visit to Manipur. His comments came hours after Biren Singh apologized for the ethnic conflict in Manipur. Singh also reminded the Naga-Kuki clashes in Manipur resulted in the deaths of approximately 1,300 people and the displacement of thousands more. The violence persisted for several years with periodic escalations occurring between 1992 and 1997. Though the most intense period of conflict was in 92-93, this period marked one of the bloodiest ethnic conflicts in northeast India, deeply affecting relations between the Naga and the Kuki communities in Manipur, the Chief Minister said. Singh also asked if the then Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, who served as the Prime Minister of India from 91 to 96 and was the President of the Indian National Congress during his time, came to Manipur to extend an apology. Singh claimed that the Kuki-Paite clashes claimed 350 lives in the state, but Prime Minister of India I.K. Gujral did not visit Manipur and say sorry to the people. Candidates of the 78th Integrated Combined Competitive Preliminary Examination conducted by the BPSC or the Bihar Public Service Commission have appealed to Chief Minister Nitish Kumar to review the evidence and address their concerns. The candidates expressed confidence that once the Chief Minister meets them, he will understand their perspective and take an appropriate decision. The candidates have been protesting at the Gardani Bagh for over a week, demanding the cancellation of the exams over allegations of a question paper leak. They argue that re-examination at only one center would violate the principle of a level playing field.
का जो एसओपी को जो ब्रीच हुआ है, हर एग्जाम का एक एसओपी होता है, जो ब्रीच हुआ है ग्रुप में एग्जाम देना या अदर चीज जो है, उसको पूरी उच्च स्तरीय न्यायिक जांच हो और जितना भी सीसीटीवी है उसको सार्वजनिक किया जाए। अब मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि ट्विटर पे क्वेश्चन था, अगर वो कहते हैं कि क्वेश्चन कहा था, ये आपकी जिम्मेदारी है कि आप चेक करो। ट्विटर वाला सब नीचे हल्का कर लीजिए। सोनू राज नाम का लड़का जो है ट्विटर पे डाला, अब वो डिलीट कर चुका है। ये 13 दिसंबर को ही डाउनलोड किए हम लोग। उस समय लिंक भी था हमारे पास, अभी लिंक नहीं है। उन्होंने बीपीएससी नेटवर्क, नीतीश कुमार, यादव तेजस्वी और नरेंद्र मोदी को टैग करते हुए ये लिखा है कि भारत का सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम सेंटर बापू परीक्षा परिसर मिसमैनेजमेंट का शिकार हुआ। एग्जाम पेपर कहीं से भी गया, परीक्षा शुरू होने और परीक्षा अंत होने के बीच में अगर पेपर डिजिटल या फिजिकल या किसी फॉर्म में बाहर जाती है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के हिसाब से वो पेपर लीक माना जाता है। इसका जांच कराए, डिजिटल फुटप्रिंट इसका सरकार निकाले कि क्या सही है क्या गलत है। ईओयू को बच्चों ने 8 बज के शाम जब एग्जाम खत्म हो गया, घर आ रहे होंगे, तो ईओयू को बच्चों ने भेजा, वही 1 बजे वाला, यानी एक बच्चा नहीं अलग बच्चा ये भेजा है। उसमें ईओयू धमका रही है। क्या मतलब है? अगर आपको कोई भेजा तो आप जांच करेंगे। यहाँ पे ईओयू लिखती है कृपया अपना नेम, एड्रेस और आधार कार्ड की कॉपी भी उपलब्ध कराएं। क्यों भाई? आपको अगर गया है तो आप जांच करें। आप उसको प्रताड़ित करने के लिए आप ये मांग रहे हैं। और मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि महोदय, केवल एक ही परीक्षा पे, एक ही केंद्र पे ऐसा नहीं हुआ। बापू सभागार जो है एक मतलब भगत सिंह जैसा क्रांतिकारी बन के उभरा, जो कि पूरा का पूरा चीज चला, और बाकी परीक्षा मतलब सेंट्रलाइज नहीं हुआ। जितनी भी मीडिया हुई सारी कवरेज बापू परीक्षा परिसर को मिली। बच्चों ने अपने अनुभव के आधार पे आरोप लगाया है कि 28 सेंटर में बच्चे जहां जहां एग्जाम दे रहे थे वहां क्या क्या हुआ। डीएवी पब्लिक स्कूल भिखारी में मुजफ्फरपुर जो की है, यहाँ पे प्रॉपर चेकिंग नहीं हुआ। यहाँ पे प्रॉपर चेकिंग नहीं हुआ है। क्रॉस क्वेश्चन में फिर यहाँ पे प्रॉपर चेकिंग नहीं हुआ, यानी मेटल डिटेक्टर 10 मिनट बिफोर क्वेश्चन दिया गया और 8 मिनट ये, मतलब यहाँ पे एक्स्ट्रा टाइम मिला है। प्रॉपर चेकिंग की समस्या यहाँ पे है। उसके बाद फिर संघमित्रा पब्लिक स्कूल सिवान है, बच्चे रूम नंबर तक बताते हैं। रूम नंबर 111 में पेपर का सील ब्रोकन था। आप पेपर लेकर के आते हैं, बच्चों के सामने खोलते हैं, सिग्नेचर कराते हैं, तब खोलते हैं। ये एसओपी कहता है। आप पहले से खुले हुए पेपर लाते हैं। रूम नंबर 112 संगमित्रा पब्लिक स्कूल सिवान। और यहाँ पे उसके बाद जमुई हाई स्कूल जमुई में 7 बच्चे ग्रुप में एग्जाम दे रहे थे। आप क्या कर रहे थे वहाँ पे? क्या एसओपी हमारा कहता है कि 7 बच्चे? महोदय आप चेक कराएं। जमुई में जिसका एग्जाम था उन्होंने बोला है। उसके बाद बीएस कॉलेज दानापुर अपना पटना में लेट एंट्री देते हैं 4 लड़की को 12:32 में। 11 बजे के बाद एंट्री बंद है, 12:32 में आप लेट एंट्री देते हैं और 12:28 तक आपने क्वेश्चन नहीं दिया।
एक कारण बता रही हूँ जिसी के बेस पे ये री एग्जाम कंडक्ट कराया जा सकता है और वो बेस बहुत स्ट्रांग है सर। सबसे पहली बात ये कि एक ही पद के लिए, एक ही चीज के लिए सभी लोग इस परीक्षा में अपीयर हुए, टोटल 5 लाख लोग एक पद के लिए, एक तरह के नोटिफिकेशन के अंडर में। हुआ क्या, बापू परीक्षा परिसर में गड़बड़ियां हुई जिसको आयोग माना और उसको कैंसिल कर दिया। लेकिन आपको हम ये बता दें कि वो एक केंद्र है नहीं, जैसा कि आप सभी लोग अब जान चुके हैं, अवगत हो चुके हैं। पता नहीं जो लोग प्रवक्ता के रूप में बात करने आते हैं वो इन मुद्दों को क्यों नहीं समझते हैं, इस पे कभी बात ही नहीं करते हैं। अरे लीक तो हम आप पे आरोप लगा रहे हैं ना, उसकी आप जांच कराइए। उसके इतर एक ऐसा मुद्दा है जो ये एग्जाम को री एग्जाम के रूप में बदलने में काफी है, उस पर आप क्यों नहीं बात करते हैं? 18,000 बच्चे जो हैं वो आप सभी को पता है कि दोबारा से उसका एग्जाम हो रहा है और 22 केंद्रों में उसको आयोग खुद से ही एग्जाम ले रही है। तो आप बताइए ना, ये एक केंद्र कैसे है? ये 2 जिला है ना, 2 जिला में अगर गड़बड़ी होती है तो क्या पूरे परीक्षा रद्द नहीं होनी चाहिए? ये विश्वसनीयता आयोग की खराब होती जा रही है और विश्वसनीयता को कैसे कायम किया जाए ये कर्नाटका पीसीएस से सीखिए, जो एक अगर ट्रांसलेशन में इशू हो रहा है जिसकी वजह से उन्होंने अपना एग्जाम कैंसिल कर दिया। विश्वसनीयता ऐसे एस्टैब्लिश।
And that was all for this hour's bulletin. But before I end the bulletin, a very happy new year to all Hornbill TV viewers. Goodbye.